Je bi pa rad v angleščini vse povedal. Tako da, ker so se začeli tudi z angleščino. Če lahko kdo prije prevajati, kakšna Mateja, prosim.
How do you do? To se začne.
Yeah. Well, mostly because there's a lot of people here. They're American. I got a lot of friends. They're from America.
Veliko prijateljev, veliko ljudi tukaj je iz Amerike, zato bi želel povedati v angleščini.
I grew up with Americans. They believed in Jesus. Yeah.
Jaz sem v bistvu odraščal z Američani, ki so verjeli v Jezusa, ki
So
verjamejo
first time I
v
met with religion or Jesus,
In prvič sem se srečal z vero oziroma z Jezusom.
I met Blake in first grade.
Sem se z Blakeom srečal v prvem razredu.
And so till like 7th grade, I was going to their house and they had this weird thing.
In do 7. razreda sem hodil k njim in v bistvu smo imeli neko čudno stvar.
Every time at dinner, they put their heads down and they started talking to me.
Oni so vsak večer pred večerjo sklonili glave in se začeli pogovarjati s Bogom.
And a lot of times, I mean, twice a year, I went to church with them.
In 2-krat na leto približno sem šel v cerkev z njimi.
There was this old dude.
Bil je nek starejši gospod.
And he talked forever.
Ki je govoril in govoril.
What you talking about, man?
Jaz sem vedel, o čem govori.
Yeah, I was, my whole life, I was basically like this.
In celo življenje sem živel takole.
Blind.
Bil sem slep.
And a lot of times with my friends, we were like, all right, God, if you're real.
In veliko krat sem rekel, Bog, če si resničen.
I want a tree right there.
Hočem, da se pojaviš tam.
No, I want a tree right there.
Hočem, da se drevo pojavi tam.
Boom. No tree.
In ni bilo drevesa.
We just broke physics. There's no God.
In rekel sem, ni Boga.
We're awesome. Or we were writing a physics test.
Ali pa recimo smo pisali test za fiziko.
And I was going to get a 1.
In ne bi dobil enko.
And I said, all right, God, if you're real.
In sem rekel, ok, Bog, če si ti resničen.
Give me a 5.
Daj mi 5.
Or maybe even a 6.
Ali pa 6.
There was a 6 and a 5.
In da bo sem 6 in 5.
But there was a minus in between. So, yeah, and then I went to my first English camp.
Potem sem šel na prvi angleški tabor.
And I was kind of closed up.
In sem bil zelo zaprt.
I kind of rejected everything.
Vse sem zavračal.
I sat in a corner and I was like this.
Bil sem v kotu takole približno.
But more I was going to these English camps.
Ampak več in več, ko sem hodil po angleških taborih.
And more that I hang out with my American friends.
Bolj, ko sem se družil z ameriškimi prijatelji.
More I was asking for God.
Bolj sem spraševal za Boga.
And it's just incredible when I realized he came up to me and said, hey, Klemen, it's okay. I'll die.
In neverjetno je bilo, ko je Bog prišel do mene in rekel,
I'll go to hell.
Umrl bom zate.
I'll suffer. I'll do everything.
Jaz bom trpel, jaz bom naredil vse.
And after that,
in potem,
I'll give you the best life ever.
Ti bom dal najboljše življenje, kar se ga da dobiti.
And when I realized that,
in ko sem se tega zavedal,
it was one day we had a dinner at the Patty family.
Sem bil na večerji pri Petjevih.
And we were talking about how to help people on a napkin to accept Christ.
In smo na prtiček pisali, na kakšen način pomagamo ljudem sprejeti Jezusa.
And then out of nowhere I just asked Josh, hey Josh, what do you do to accept Jesus?
In kar naenkrat sem vprašal Josha, hey Josh, kaj moram pa jaz narediti, da sprejmem Jezusa?
He said, I was like, oh, you just do this, this and this.
In Josh je bil, ja, to.
And I was like, yeah, all right.
In rekel, okay.
And that night, for some reason, I don't know why, but somehow Blake ended up in the same room as I was. So
ne vem kako, ampak tiste večer je bil Blake v
he's got his own room and then he was sleeping.
On svojo sobo je spal v isti sobi.
He was sleeping in my room.
V moji sobi.
And he said, hey, so how are you with Jesus and everything?
In Blake je vprašal, hej, kako si ti z Jezusom?
I don't know.
Sem rekel, pojma nimam.
I think I believe in Jesus, you know.
Mislim, da verjamem v Jezusa.
And then I said, I think I accepted him, you know.
In rekel sem, mislim, da sem ga sprejel v svoje srce.
And then he said, he counted all the reasons why I'm not a Christian yet.
In Blake mi je naštel vse razloge, zakaj jaz še nisem bil kristjan.
And while he was talking, I just went blurred, you know. I didn't hear anything.
Ker on govoril, nisem sploh nič slišal.
And I just started thinking in my head, you know.
In sem samo jaz začel razmišljati sam zase.
This is pretty awesome. I want this.
To je neverjetno, jaz si tega želim.
The life that this family has, that's what I want.
Življenje, ki ga ima ta družina, to jaz želim.
And once he stopped doing this,
Ko je on nehal to početi,
I just said,
sem rekel,
God, I admit that I'm a sinner.
Bog, verjamem, da sem grešnik.
I admit that I believe that you died on the cross for me.
Verjamem, da si umrl za me na križu.
And accept your gift of life.
In sprejmem tvoj dar življenja.
And from that day on,
In od tistega dneva naprej
I'm a new man.
sem nov človek.
Now, don't tell me God doesn't make wonders.
Zdaj mi pa vi povejte ali pa rečete, da Bog ne dela čudežev.
It took him 11 years.
Sicer je trajalo 11 let.
From day one, when I said, oh, hey there, stranger,
Od prvega dneva, ko sem rekel, hej, živijo tam, tujci.
to the last day when I hugged him and said, friend.
Do zadnjega dneva, ko sem ga objel in mu rekel, prijatelj.
So, yeah, and when I have my friends and I like pray for them every day,
In molim za svoje prijatelje vsak dan,
because I don't want them to choose the path of death.
ker nočem, da zberejo pot smrti.
I want them to choose the path of life.
Hočem, da zberejo pot življenja.
And I cry because it's just horrible when they turn around and walk away.
In jokam, ker je grozno, ko se obrnejo in
When I
grejo
walked away,
stran. Tako kot sem šel jaz stran.
they didn't stop. Blake's family didn't stop.
Ampak takrat Blakeova družina ni odnehala.
They didn't.
Niso.
Till the last dinner that we had, I accepted
Do
Christ.
naše zadnje večere, ko sem sprejel Jezusa.
They didn't stop.
Tudi takrat niso odnehali.
So basically, believe it or not, when I threw my speech in the Bible,
Verjemte ali ne,
I opened a page where it was.
sem odprl v Svetem pismu na tole vrstico.
And it's in Jeremiah 27.
Je v Jeremiji 27. vrstica.
Now, for most of you that you don't know, I still don't have an English Bible, so I'll read this in Slovene. Zapeljal si me, Gospod, in dal sem se zapeljati. Premočan si bil zame in si zmagal. So, he just told me something, so.
Nekaj mi je povedal.
I threw it in on a random. So it's just, whatever happens in life, whatever's going to happen, if the hardest troubles come and just,
Karkoli se bo zgodilo v mojem življenju, tudi če najtežje preizkušnje pridejo.
if they're trying to beat me down,
Čeprav me bo nekdo poskušal zatreti
or just try to kill me,
ali me ubiti,
there's going to be one rule for me and my family.
bo eno pravilo zame in za mojo družino.
Joshua 24:15.
Jozue 24:15.
As for me and my household, we will serve the Lord.
Jaz in moja hiša bomo služili Gospodu.